From Smoothie King Center in downtown New Orleans, tonight it's the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Houston Rockets. The opening tip to the home side. Pelicans with it first in New Orleans. Payton to Holiday. Lets it fly from long range. His first effort off the mark. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Hey, look. Sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Nikola Mirotic, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Paul. Now pass, stolen by the Pelicans.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Elfrid Payton, good touch.
I'm a little bit confused. Was that a well-designed offense or just poor defense? Maybe a little bit of both.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Chris Paul at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throw up and good. Three-point play, and we're tied up at 3. New Orleans will take it up. Elfrid Payton, guarded by CP3. Here comes the screen. Around the perimeter to Holiday. And that's rebounded by Houston. To Harden. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Fires the three. Yeah, Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the three. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
To P.J. Tucker. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Pelicans basketball. To Julius Randle. Drew Holiday, guarded by Carmelo Anthony. New Orleans down to 4 on the shot clock. Deep 2 there, won't go. Now Paul with the basketball. Leads 3. Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Threes and layups. That's what the Rockets do. They're not a team that settles for mid-range shots. And that's a good job of getting to the rim and racking it.
Clint Capella snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden. Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Holiday in possession. 9-point margin. Each-one more here against P.J. Tucker. To Julius Randle. And he finishes at the rim.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, New Orleans.
Paul. And the finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Julius Randle. And he'll go to the foul line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Julius Randle has got 2 shots coming. 71% for his career.
Julius Randle.
Misses the first. No good. Missed them both. Paul with it up top. It's a 9-point lead. He connects. Not the guy you think would beat you.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
And now Houston has the basketball. Nene with the dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Rockets have the steal. Ooh, Chris Paul. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
He gets it.
I like that. From number 10.
Long heave from 3/4 court. That ends the period. The Rockets way out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Paul across the timeline. The advantage is 13 points. Nothing going here on that drive. Add 2 points to the board. Trying to cash in. And he drains it.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. And finishes strong.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
To Paul. Fires the three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And hits the first free throw. Second and three, got it. Hits all three free throws. It's Pelicans ball. And count the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Here we go. I got him.
And Tucker with the rebound. Paul into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Slams it down. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Paul can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field. When you look at playmakers from the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Alfred Payton, Capella's on him. And counted at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Houston with the basketball. Paul to P.J. Tucker. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Payton into the front court. Down a bundle. Shot from the lane won't go. Screen coming. Another follow. Still no good. Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Clint Capella trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 48% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Holiday to Payton. defense, making the ball handler work. Goes to the right side. To Julius Randle. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
It's James Harden once again. James Harden. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Now ready to shoot at the line. Drew Holiday at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 78% at the line. First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. Tough shot. Well defended. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
New Orleans going to take it up. Drew Holiday, defended by Melo. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Harden in possession. His guys holding the big lead. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Holiday controls the basketball. His guys can hold for the final shot. Well, you can't do that. Drew Holiday, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. James Harden. He's now 5 for 6. Late heave to beat the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Paul into the front court, looking to make something happen. Gets it in the left corner. Harden. Not that time. Hayden with the basketball. His guys down big to Julius Randle. Short jumper stays out.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Tucker to Anthony. Harden. Smothering D. To Julius Randle. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Capella to Harden. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Harden hits the free throw. It's a three-point play. The Rockets extend their lead. New Orleans has it. Elfrid Payton. Capella's on him. Harden. Nice pass to get things going. Whistle stops play. Timeout New Orleans as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Payton. No, I missed a short one there. To Harden. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Capella. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Hayden to Holiday. Screen coming. Drew Holiday matched up with Harden. 4-3. He buries it.
As a shooter, your hands always have to be ready. Ready, meaning that your hands are always providing a target to the passer for an easy catch and shoot.
Harden to Anthony. And he hits.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Hayden to Julius Randle. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nikola Mirotic pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Oh, the whistle. Okay, take your hands off of me.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, New Orleans.
Julius Randle, defended by Tucker. Clint Capella, huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Flushes it home.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Elfrid Payton trying to cash in on the three-point play. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. Add 2 points to the board.
Eric Gordon finished second in the sixth man of the year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
To Rivers. Beyond the arc for three. He engulfed him that time. Terrific vision. From the painted area, won't go down. Capella to Rivers. Count it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Pelicans have the basketball. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
No good. To Julius Randle. Can't miss those.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Deep three at the buzzer. Clock runs out. It's been all Rockets. It's the Pelicans with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A+ game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Off the assist.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Houston takes over. Won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Elfrid Payton. Harden's on him. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Gordon with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Holiday. Driving right to the basket. Drew Holiday picked up by Carmelo Anthony. Short jumper off the mark. The follow won't go either. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throws good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Payton into the front court. He'll run the offense. Cruises inside for 2.
strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Team foul number 1.
Etuan Moore sizing up Eric Gordon. Harden. Lays it up and in.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for the New Orleans Pelicans, number 8.
To Capella.
2 minutes left in
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Nope. First one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Harden with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To Anthony. Here's a chance from long range. That no good, off the mark. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
I'm a little bit confused. Was that a well-designed offense or just poor defense? Maybe a little bit of both.
Got it.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Payton with the basketball. Down a bundle. Runner's good there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Capella. Anthony. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more 3s.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Elfrid Payton. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Stepping in for the Pelicans, number 11, Drew Holiday.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He was all over him. Holiday in possession. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. New Orleans will take it up. Drew Holiday, defended by Eric Gordon. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Harden hits the free throw. It's a three-point play. The Rockets extend their lead. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, it's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets were simply amazing in this contest. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. The Rockets got their point scoring from these guys on screen. The Pelicans are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout.
And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future.
Check out the leading scores for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
James Harden could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the New Orleans Pelicans. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.